The pick is in. It's for a receiver. They traded up for North Dakota State star Christian Watson. You mentioned your athletic matrix. I know Watson was really high. We're talking about one of the most athletic guys that we've seen at 6'4 plus, 200 plus pounds. What did the athletic matrix like about him?
He is number 2 for the wide receiver group, only Calvin Austin, who's got a little bit more change of direction to him. But overall, for this entire class, he is number 3 behind 2 of the corners that we're probably going to see later today or early tomorrow.
Croc, what do you think about this fit here in the Green Bay offense?
It scares me just a little bit. He's the guy that lined up more outside. He's more of your pure X receiver. We talked about adding a guy who can play not just outside, but inside and move around a little bit. He's a little bit more like Valdez-Scantling, where he's just kind of your take the top off the defense type guy. I think he needs to learn how to run the intermediate routes with more pace and change his speed, and understanding how to threaten guys vertically with his speed that he definitely has, but also use that to sit his routes down.
One thing that I liked about him, and they're showing him with the ball in his hands, that's something that in the Kyle Shanahan offense we saw with Deebo Samuel, with Brandon Ayuk as a rookie. They did it with Deebo too. Just get him the ball with a chance to move in space, and he's the kind of guy who can do something with it.
And not just that, you talked about Deebo Samuel. If you go back and we watch some of this North Dakota State film from last season, they put him in the backfield as a running back,
as a
and will
6'4"
turn the
receiver
ball up to him, and him coming around the corner. So, he is a guy that's definitely comfortable running with the ball in his hands. You see the breakaway speed, you see the vision, the tough, and one of the best parts of his game, a tremendous blocker in the running game.
You have to block at North Dakota State. If you don't block, they will not put you on the field because they are a run-heavy offense. Before we move on, let's just say his ceiling, or his most likely outcome, is a Marquez Valdez-Scantling. What do you think about that in terms of the offense?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have to look and see how he can contribute, to your point. If you're putting this young man on the outside, I don't know how effective he's going to be immediately. So it does kind of worry me as well that he's not that type of receiver we were just talking about that can kind of fit inside and be that dependable guy. But maybe he can. Maybe he can develop into that. But just statistically and what he's shown in college, it's not something that I can really rely on in that regard.
There were 2 guys that I thought the Packers had to leave day 2 with. One of the 2, Christian Watson or George Pickens, and they got one of them. That is a win for me. Kainani Stevens has more on the Tampa Bay pick.